You know, I'm a big Dr. Phil guy. Dr. Phil, just such a, you know, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but the way he'll just chop you down and then throw to commercial. Brilliant comedic timing. Just, you know, hey, you are, hey, I'll fucking, hey, shut your fucking mouth, you little twat. We'll be right back. And just every time, hilarious. I don't know what the episode was about, where that context was headed, but hey, Nathan, look at me right now. Look at me. I don't like your attitude. I don't like your energy, okay? You're 16. I don't know how you got out of bed. Okay, you're dressed like a goddamn WNBA ref, okay? You're on my stage right now. I don't like the way that your eyes are looking at my... I want to fucking hit you, dog, but I'm not gonna, because you got secrets, okay, Nathan? And we got to get to rock top to figure out why you're at rock bottom, because your heart's being driven into the ground. It's a depressive submarine, and you need help, okay? Give me one reason, Nathan, why you're not a loser, and I'll give you 10 reasons why everyone in your family wishes you were dead. We'll be right back. We'll see if we get Nathan to step back from that ledge, my friend. Third Eye Blind style. His teasers are unbelievable, though. Phil does not want you to change that channel. He'll do anything in his power. On today's show, you gotta stick around. My next guest has a UTI, but a PhD. Please say hello to Stephanie. Come on back. She's gonna bleed on a beanbag. My next guest has Down syndrome, but an upbeat attitude. Please say hello to Anthony. He's gonna come up here and do a Sudoku backwards. Dr. Pimple Popper. Another good one that makes you feel good. Again, we have these down days, these down weeks. Life gets fucking tricky, man. People don't talk about it enough, that just how much certain shows can just give you that mood boost that you're looking for. Could really turn the entire year around. Dr. Pimple Popper is a show where you're like, man, I needed this. I was having a weird off week. I missed my best bud's birthday. I was late on a cable payment. Then you turn on Pimple Popper and you're like, fucking, at least I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? At least I'm not walking into her office like, hey, I got a foot on my shoulder. You got any cream for the shoulder foot, Dr. Pimple Popper? It's like, Jesus, Grover, how'd you escape Sesame Street? Got out of your contract? But you feel bad. You try to have some compassion. She does. That's what drew me into the show. Dr. Pimple Popper has an exuberant amount of empathy, and that's what really drew me in, right? She never wants to assume anything is more than what it is. Somebody will walk in, no joke, with like 2 4-pound nut sacks, spooning on the side of their chin. And she'll look right at him and go, so what brings you in here today? I bet it's not the fact that you're teabagging your own fucking face, is it? There's got to be a mole somewhere we can trim down. Get those ears to line up. Planet Earth was my go-to COVID show. We all had that show during the pandemic that just helped us escape. And I travel all the time, so once that was sucked out of my routine, Planet Earth was this, you know, saving grace of like, dude, look at all these beautiful places the country provides that I might not ever get to see live in the flesh again. And David Attenborough, to me, has the best pipes in the biz. This guy narrates the shit out of these amazing views. But even his commentary was getting too raw for my taste, because the chaos that was happening outdoors was bleeding into his narration. He was not immune from what was happening. It was like, Tasmania is a world apart. And just like any other sanctuary this side of Australia, winter means a struggle for survival. As the snow wolf fights for food, the platypus finds shelter in a nearby cave, which provides the perfect place for him to kill himself in. Fuck, why would he do that, Dave? Because, Adam, COVID-19 is running rampant! Monkeypox is just around the bend. Debt is at an all-time high. Jobs are at an all-time low. And who knows if the vaccine will be here soon enough to save us. I myself am not vaccinated. I didn't get Pfizer, Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson. I went to Costco and got the Kirkland brand vaccine. I'm fine. If you did get the Johnson & Johnson, may God have mercy on your soul. That is a roll of the dice that nobody should. It's never a good sign days after you get injected with anything and the government comes out and they're like, you didn't take all of it, right? I mean, we still got some bubbles to work out, baby. If you don't want to go bungee jumping, hear the guy behind you at the edge of the cliff go, whoa, don't go yet, it's not ready! You know, some people are just like, I'm going to smoke through it, man. I'm going to smoke through COVID. Smoke all the weed. Yeah, I know. You get signs. You know, I like being a comedian smoking pot. People don't chastise you for that behavior. There are jobs where you get in trouble. Sha'Carri Richardson, the Olympic marathon runner, got kicked out of the Summer Games for smoking weed. They told her it's a performance-enhancing drug. You can't smoke pot, Sha'Carri. It's a performance-enhancing drug. No weed for you, Sha'Carri. It's a performance enhancer. I was like, okay, Olympic Committee, who's never done drugs before? Do you not know how weed works? I've smoked a lot of pot in my day. I've never been so high that anyone in my life has ever been like, dude, Adam, slow down. Emotionally or physically. It's always like, hey man, you haven't blinked in an hour and a half. Should we take you to the hospital? You drove to 7-Eleven, got a Slurpee, forgot that you drove and walked home. I think it's time to hit the reset button, man. Price is Right. Probably my favorite game show of all time. To talk about daytime TV, yeah. We'd love to host it, given the chance. People always ask comedians, what game show would you host? Price is Right. PIR, any day of the week. R.I.P., by the way, to Bob Barker. What a legend, dude. What a just gangster. The GOAT. I'll be honest, I thought he died 15 years ago, but that's, he was just living as a dead guy for like 20 years. But getting that old too, it's like, fuck, that's why when you look at, I mean, Harrison Ford's 81, and he's still doing Indiana Jones movies, which has got to be pissing Joe Biden off. Joe's 80. Joe's 80, and he's just like, I'd love to see a flight of stairs at the mall, you cocksucker. God bless him, Joe. God, I think things took a turn when that 60-minute interview aired. They were like, Mr. President, wow, how's your focus? And he was like, never a good sign when you start nervously laughing before you respond to anything. He's like, my Focus, hey, I'll drive a Ford Focus. Is that what you want? I'll drive it right now. You want to go to Jumanji? I know the way. I know the leader. We'll take a right. We'll go left. We'll go up, down, A, B, select, start. Hey, it's your world. I'm just, hey, chicken or beef, fart or queef. Hey, I'll eat a spoon. I'll eat soup with a fork, but does that make me gay? It's like, Joe, that's not the question. Stay on track, baby. Every time he talks, I'm just like, come on, baby, sound it out. We got this. I'm on the other end of the TV, so supportive, right? When he's like, sometimes I'm just like, yeah, and I'll blow into the tube, hoping he'll go, thanks, Adam, and just, take that boost into the next story. He shouldn't have been on that bike. I don't know why JoJo was on that bike. You're 80, baby. No one expects anything of you aerobically when you hit 80, right? I don't know who in Joe's camp was like, Mr. President, the American people don't want to hear about your views on healthcare. They want to see if you can ride a 15-speed Huffy through a dusty terrain. And Joe, God bless him, was like, no problem, I got it. Why you want that? Why you want it? Just fucking parkoured into the bushes in broad daylight and bled from the eardrums. He went full America's Funniest Home Videos. Why you want it? I was like, Joe, this footage should not exist unless you're trying to win $25,000 from Alfonso Ribeiro. Gotta Control, Alt, delete this shit, man. Jill is standing by him, and I love that. She's like, whether he falls upstairs or down bikes, I'm right there with him. And she's, doing what a first lady does. But at some point, as every first lady has to do, it's a thankless job. You got to step up with your own campaign slogan, your own motto that really unifies the country. Every first lady's done it. Michelle Obama famously went hard in the paint with, they go low, we go high. And everybody was like, let's fucking go. That's what I'm talking about, MB. Nice shoulders, by the way, right? And then Melania Trump fired right back with, be best. And everybody was like, yeah! Wait, what? The fuck did you say? Be best, be better, try your best. I feel like we're missing some words, sweetheart. For sure Trump was standing in the wings staring her down like, look, you get 2 syllables a week and then back in the box, bitch. You've already said too much. Excuse me. Somebody grab a cookie by the pussy and give it to Barron. You know what to do. You see a pussy, you grab a pussy, excuse me. If you see a cookie, grab a pussy cookie. It's a chocolate chip pussy cookie. Excuse me, oatmeal raisin, gluten-free pussy cookie. Cookie pussy. If you grab a pussy cookie, grab a cookie pussy. Oh my God, so funny when he said that. Some things are so bonkers. Like when I heard him go, you can grab him by the pussy, I just uncontrollably I was like, oh my God! Like no part of his mouth was like, wait, don't. He was just like, do what you gotta do, mouth. I trust you. Hey man, abhorrent, derogatory, misogynistic, however you took that is how you took that. How I took it when Trump was like, you can grab him by the pussy, was, hey, has this guy ever hooked up with a woman before? For real, because his whole defense was, it's a locker room talk, baby, okay? Excuse me, you don't get it, okay? Because you're a tiny cock loser and you don't play sports, okay? But the real fellas, excuse me, we play sports. And we go to the locker room, the room with lockers, where we put our shoes, excuse me, and our gloves that we use to grab cookie pussies, excuse me. And you don't get it because you're a tiny cock loser, but we go to the room with lockers after sports and we talk about pussies and cookies. That's one version of how he sounds, for sure. That's how I hear it. I don't know how you hear it, but I heard that and I was like, yo, Don, I played all the sports, baby. I was in all the locker rooms. I never heard any guy go up to another guy and be like, yo, Cameron, you got a crush on Michelle? Here's what you do. You listen, don't even make eye contact. As soon as you see her, you grab that shit, dude. You grab a fistful, you grab it, you twist it, you bop it. You've seen the commercials, dog. You're quarterback now, Cameron. People, I don't know. Everyone's just trying their best. Lizzo was on top of the world, man. And fucking one weird move. Who knew that was, you know someone till you know him, truly. Lizzo, I was so pumped. She was just like, man, you could still have a fat ass and get on a trampoline. I forget what she said, but just the whole body positivity movement that she was pushing, I was a real big fan of. I thought it was awesome, because again, having weight issues growing up, I was like, this is really, people are too hard on themselves. I hate that. She truly was sticking up for people to be like, dude, just fucking don't be so hard on yourself. It sucks. Life is short. I dug that, And I was pretty indifferent about her tunes. Catchy as all hell for sure. But, her videos would pop up in my IG feed and she was like, you want to see me get in a hot tub? And I was like, I got a couple hours to kill for sure, yeah. But then she just took a turn, man. I don't know if you guys know exactly what happened. My wife and I, we looked up. We're like, what did Lizzo actually do? And so I pulled up the article. I took a little screenshot just to make sure I didn't misquote exactly what went down. So it said, it's claimed that Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas during a visit to a strip club in Amsterdam. Yeah. I don't know if I should keep reading. You do know it is illegal to jack off in the showroom, right? That should be a rule of thumb in most public settings. I mean, I don't know what that was, but it didn't sound good. I mean... Yeah, I mean, every young... Isn't it so funny? Still, even at like 41, the guys don't have cool cum noises. My buddy's kid is addicted to porn, and he's like, oh, dude, he's just addicted. I just can't get him off. I was like, how do you know he's addicted? He's like, because I hear him. I was like, that sucks. That noise, as you just showed us, sir, it's so... Dude, it is every guy in their head when they're coming for the first time, they're like, yeah, yeah! Ooh, yeah, I'm coming, I'm coming. Coming out of my dick! I'm coming out of my dick! It's like this firework festival and parades. No, every dude when they're coming sounds like you, bro. Just like going through a haunted mansion on a razor scooter. I mean, thank you for setting up that joke. I was not going to do that. Porn is so extensive too. God, I'm just like, butts, boobs, what do you got? Some people are like, I need like 15 storylines. I need plot. Stepmom fucks stepdad until stepson comes home early from Iraq. It's like, dude, that's too much. Yeah, man, Lizzo. Not cool. Somebody had to know though. There's always somebody from the past that comes out of the woodworks when these things make national news. Get on any camera, any station, they're like, yeah, I knew. I knew. I went to elementary school with Lizzo. And, I know she was always pretty cool, but you could tell by the way she played kickball. I always played kickball with Lizzo. Every time I rolled the ball to her, she was just licking her lips like, I don't know if she thought it was because she thought it was a meatball or something.
I just knew there was a look in her eyes like someday this bitch is gonna feed strangers pussy bananas. I could tell it. I could tell it right then and there. I could tell it.
Strip club though, man, that's strippers in general. My wife was so cool about my bachelor party. She's like, do whatever you want. I really don't care. She's the fucking greatest. She was just like, you know, she is so supportive of this world and job, and it's so crazy. This is her birthday weekend that we're doing the special on. She's like, fuck yeah, I'm all about it, right? And the bachelor party was cool. We went to AZ, got an Airbnb, had a pool, video game truck, a steel drum guy for some reason. My dwarf buddy was there for diversity purposes and pictures. Had booze, weed, basketball hoop, and my best friend was like, dude, we gotta get a stripper. And I was like, yeah, I think that part of my life is actually behind me. And then he threw me this emotional curveball. Oh, come on! And I was like, well, I didn't look at it from that angle. Let's do it. Yeah, that's a great point. Come on as a significant argument.